Here are 5 things that my 2018 Tacoma had that my 2020 Tacoma doesn't. Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, I'm going to go over 5 things that my 2020 Tacoma does not have that my 28 Tacoma did. Now, it's kind of strange, and I always find it kind of odd that any manufacturer, especially Toyota, who is very slow to change anything, kind of goes backwards a little bit, right? Kind of starts to take things away from us. So we're going to start here in the back, and this happened in 2019, I believe, actually. And that is where Toyota eliminated the little cubby hole here over in the bed. Now, I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to go into great detail about it. But if you're unfamiliar, prior to 2019, Toyota, or the Tacoma specifically, had a little cubby hole over here for storage. Actually, a bigger one than what we currently have over here on the driver's side. Now, I know there are some people out there that are going to say, well, I have a cubby in my bed. I'm not talking about this one. This is the smaller one next to the little outlet here. There used to be a bigger storage area here where you could put stuff. And it's strange to me that Toyota did that, because if you look up under here, and right here, and it's hard to see, and you can't see behind the fender well here, but right behind here, it's wide open. And you can certainly still fit a cubby under there. So I don't know if Toyota is kind of getting ready, you know, for a next version maybe, which has got to be at least 3 years away. And that's why they went ahead and eliminated that. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but my 2020 doesn't have that. Okay, next up, we have to step inside. And matter of fact, the rest of these things are all inside the truck. And I'm talking about right over here on the side. There used to be a cubby over here. There was a cubby probably about in this location where you could stick stuff, you know, change, little things, whatever. I mean, it wasn't very big, but that cubby is gone. Not sure why they decided to do that. Now, another thing that I'm missing, and we'll climb up inside for that, is right down here in the center console area. You know, there is that mystical little box that used to sit here, and we really don't know what it's for. Some people thought maybe it was for change, sunglasses. Many thought it was like a juice box holder. I don't know, but it's gone here in my 2020. I do still have this little square area here. And I guess, again, not quite sure what you put in there. You might be able to put loose sunglasses in there if you don't have them in a case or anything like that. But I'm not really sure what that's for. But we don't have that bigger, I should say. It was probably almost twice the size of this one. Little square holder here. Never made much sense. And honestly, I don't miss that. I like this setup better. I have the 2 cup holders here, as well as still some little square storage things. So not too bad. Still functions well for me. Honestly, I don't really miss it. Now, next up, we're going to go right over here again in the area where the cubby holder that used to be here is missing. And you notice there are no extra blanks for switches. And what I'm talking about, if you look over here, you'll see this blank area. This is a blank that can be removed, and another toggle switch or momentary switch or whatever could be added right here. But over on the left side, there are no more. There used to be several, maybe 2 or 3 blanks over here. And of course, it would depend on what options you have and what, you know, switches are being used now. But even so, if you look up here at this plate, there is room right here for at least 2 more switches. But Toyota decided to block those out, if you will, to put a solid trim piece in here and eliminate that. So we no longer have the ability to add switches over here, which is one reason why my switch that I have down here, you know, this little thing, comes in really handy. I've added, in essence, the ability anyway, to hook up 4 more things to that. But that's a different video on the channel. You can check that out if you want. But I'm just curious as to why they didn't put blank switches in here to give us the ability to add things, unless behind this plate they've taken it up with I don't know, modules or something that are blocking room back there, but I severely doubt that. Very interesting, and it kind of falls in the same category as that cubby in the rear back there. Why didn't they just put some slots in there with blank switches or blank switch plate covers so we could go ahead and add stuff if we want to? Next up, we have to move to the back seat, and this one I find, honestly, as trivial as it is, to be a little bit annoying. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Back here in the back, we have the seats that fold up, of course, right? Now, in my 2018, and I'm not sure about the 2019s, but there used to be a little grab handle like thing right here, right? One of those little loops that you could kind of, it was cloth, that you could kind of grab a hold of and pull that front seat forward. It's gone, nothing there now. And I find that every time I want to lift this seat, I'm reaching down here for that. You know, force of habit maybe, I don't know. So how do you pull the seat up now? Well, it's not too complicated. Like I said, you just grab the side and pull up like so. But if you're a long-time Toyota Tacoma owner, this is my 5th or 6th Tacoma, I'm used to having that thing there. So you can see right up here, there is no little area or handle, whatever you want to call it, that little piece of cloth that used to sit right up here. You know, I noticed right now there's a little area here where things come together. Maybe you could slide something in there, I don't know, and pull it over the top if it really mattered to you. Now, it's not that big a deal to me, to be honest, but it is just one of those little annoying things that when you go to put the seat up and you reach in for that, it's not there. Why? I don't understand. Is it the leather seats? I think I noticed the same thing on the cloth seats. I don't know. Anyway, just one of those crazy things that Toyota has eliminated for no apparent reason. All right, there is one more thing, kind of a sixth little thing that I'm going to mention, and this isn't really something that Toyota eliminated because they never included it before, even though you can get it. And what I'm talking about is the front bed rail here. You know, we have these side rails here. You can see the cleats in them there and there that you can slide down and adjust to tie things down. Now, up here in the front, if you notice, there are bolts. One's right here, and then on down the rail there you can see. There are bolts that can be removed so that you can go ahead and add that front rail. I actually had added that in my 2018, and to be honest, had I thought about it, I would have removed it and put it in this truck. I don't know why Toyota doesn't include that. I mean, in this truck we have the side rails there with the cleats in them. It makes no sense to me as to why they would leave that out and not complete, what I think anyway, would be complete the whole setup, the whole tie-down system. I mean, it would come in handy to have that up there if you need to tie anything down from front to back, because you would have the rails or the cleats up there. They work the same way as these do. And then the tie downs right up here in the front or even there on the sides. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but hey, Toyota left it off. Must be some sort of a reason. Like I said, you can add that later if you want to. I did it in my 2018, but why should you have to? It just kind of logically makes sense that if you have rails on the side, why wouldn't you go ahead and include the one in the front? It can't cost that much more money. Matter of fact, I know it doesn't because I've done it. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, point out a few things that my 2018 Tacoma had that my 2020 Tacoma doesn't. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if any of these things are important to you. If you've got a truck before 2019, I'm sure you have all of these things. Doesn't really matter. Also, if you're interested and you want to, check out my other channel. It is RobMotion, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.